Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about memories, specifically the miracle of memories. I just got back from the New Skin Southeast Asia success trip to Melbourne. I couldn't travel to the last two success trips that we won, to Moscow and Istanbul. They're certainly more exciting than what I thought was a boring place like Melbourne. Morning, Ross. Okay, after all, Melbourne, had spent 7 years on top of the world's most livable city list. So world's most livable city until it was dethroned in 2018 by Vienna. In 2022, last year, it was still number 10 in the world's list of the most livable cities and is still the most livable city in Australia. That means that everything works in that country, in that city, okay? And that's really, really boring. But what I got from the Melbourne Success trip from the 4th to the 9th of May far exceeded my expectations, and it's worth looking at what worked. We usually talk about habits or practices that make a huge difference to our lives, things that are easy to do and easy not to do. Okay? Like a few push-ups every day, like reading a few pages of a good book every day, like spending a few minutes reflecting on your day, like walking, around the block a few thousand steps a day. Easy to do and easy not to do. Well, Melbourne was a trip that was not easy to do and easy not to do. Let me explain why. Not easy to do. In the whole of the ACES organization, that's Amy and Gary's organization and Junwen's organization, the only ones to qualify were Hock Seng, Oliver and Glenda, Jackie and myself, Hui Swan and Bethany. A lot of people in ACES are smarter than us, smarter than me anyway, more hardworking, and regularly do high group sales volumes, but they didn't qualify. So the few of us who went, whether we felt it or not, we were a rare breed. So it was not easy to do, but it was easy not to do. Why? Because there was no mutual push or motivation from sidelines, uplines, or downlines. And it didn't seem so exciting. So when Bethany broke her arm, she was willing to give up her place for either, they were willing to pay her money, she would have just taken the money and not gone, or she wanted to let her husband go. But Daniel didn't take up that offer, probably because it was boring Melbourne. If it was Las Vegas or the Maldives, I think he would be trying hard not to jump up and down in eagerness. Okay. So this is my first big takeaway. Live life according to your values, not according to goals. Focus on the journey, not the destination. It's about this be, do, have thing. The power is in the being. Now, let me explain this. Okay, what do I mean by live life according to your values, not according to your goals? Of the 5 accounts that qualified, 3 were millionaire accounts. Okay, Hui Swan, 3 were millionaire accounts, that's myself, Hock Seng, and Oliver. And Hui Swan is one of the most respected leaders in ACES and New Skin. She's the author of the highly relevant book, Mind Matters. So her mind is all, she walks the talk. Okay. The 3 millionaire accounts didn't know that they qualified as star creators. And Hock Seng and Oliver, they are still wondering how they qualified as 2 star creators. Okay. So why did we qualify? Because as leaders of bigger organizations, our organizations are quite sizable, we had to walk the talk. Okay, we had to walk the talk. We had to behave as leaders, and we had to show up every day. And these regular habits and attitudes, cumulatively led to results. So this is great news for all of us, okay? Because you just live according to your values, okay? So this is why David Goggins pushes himself daily, continually. It is what the young shepherd boy David did alone while he was tending stupid sheep. He was out there, he was just the nobody out there. You just go out there on your own and tending stupid sheep. What he did was he practiced his skill with the slingshot. until he was so good he could step up as an unknown and save his nation by killing Goliath. It's the way of being. Okay. So second thing I learned from Melbourne was that you don't know what you don't know. Okay, you don't know what you don't know. I'm so glad I went to this quiet, boring place because I actually had some new personal experiences that are worthy of being in a bucket list. Okay, let me share. The first one, of course, was this news that I received. First grandchild, woke up on a Sunday morning and got this fantastic news. Okay, but what are some of the personal experiences that I got? Okay, we were riding on this steam railway, puffing Billy, with our feet stuck out of the window for 45 minutes. A 7-year-old would be thrilled, and so was a near 70-year-old. I can imagine GP just loving this and HT. Okay. The other thing was walking in a koala conservation reserve, okay, where time seems to stand still because these animals, these koala bears, they sleep 20 hours a day. So, that was just such an experience. And then, seeing the daily parade of little penguins on Phillip Island, they go up the beach and then they walk in the undergrowth, to their homes. Okay, this is a part of a photograph of a video that I took. Okay. Then, of course, I experienced God's power over weather. Okay, God showed his power over weather on day one with lovely sunny weather at this Fitzroy Gardens. Okay, this was, and then at day two, and during the puffing Billy ride, okay, on day two, the rain stopped exactly at carnival time. Let me show you a picture of carnival time. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, this was carnival time. Look at the dark clouds there. The rain stopped when we got there, and the moment we went in for lunch, it started raining. And of course, when we went to Churchill Island, it was dry and sunny. See, look at the skies, but it's actually very, very threatening there. We walked through the koala conservatory. It was dry, and then for the penguin parade, it rained briefly. Look at all the umbrellas and the wet weather gear. But for the large part of the whole thing, see the threatening clouds, it was dry, which is why we were able to stay there, out there, take our time out there, and enjoy the penguins. Even walk with them when they waddle back to their habitats. Okay. The fourth thing that I got from Melbourne was service excellence. Okay, so this was Melbourne, South Melbourne market. We took a picture out there, and then we sort of split up and wandered. And I bumped into this guy. What do you call it? Aaron Katona. Okay, he was a little hole in the wall. And I saw this really outstanding shirt that I'm wearing. Outlandish thing, it's hanging high up there among all the ladies' clothes. But I saw him wearing the same thing. Okay, and he insisted that I try it. I said no to him several times, because it would surely be too big for me. He only had one size. Okay, but he said try it, and so I finally wore it, and he literally altered it on the spot as I was wearing it. You look at this.
Just turn for me.
Then he started cutting it.
Oh gosh.
Don't worry, I've been here for 11 years. I've been doing this for a long time.
Okay.
Keep turning for me, please.
Keep turning. And it will...
Done.
Wow.
That's because I want to look like him.
Just step out of it.
Step out of it, please.
And do I need to shorten the sleeve?
Okay, and then of course he cut the sleeves. Okay, but I want to show you this video. And then, finally after sewing it on the spot, he put it together. Okay, so this guy was a great salesman. Okay, he knew his product. He liked his product. He was using it. He was wearing it. And because he was wearing it, I said, hey, it can be worn. Actually, someone would dare to wear it. And he was willing to adjust it to meet my specific needs. So this was a lesson from Aaron. Urge the customer to act now. Show willingness to go out of the way. Do something special. Keep pressing. You know, I learned that because when people step away, I just step away. You know, but he kept pressing. This is when you don't want to lean back, not in sales. So he was so convincing. I ended up having this thing. I don't know whether I'll ever wear it or not. Okay, and of course, when I talk about service excellence, you know, there are many areas that which one has shared. You know, the way the whole trip was run, it was really outstanding. You know, you've got to go on a new skin trip because they pull all stops out. It was really excellent. The service providers were excellent. Everything worked really well. Okay, you have got to be able to experience this. Okay. Okay, then a fifth thing is that was really outstanding was we had great team bonding, our little team of 8 of us, and it was really special, okay, because it was the first time spending so much time exclusively together with Oliver, Glenda, and Bethany on a holiday setting. Okay, starting with you know, here we are departing. This was the first stop. We had dinner. We had dinner together at Boat Builders Yard on the first night, all the way through. You know, this was a success celebration. Many meals together, and we could do silly things together. It was just a priceless experience. It was a priceless experience. And I would add that everyone on the trip took care of each other. You know, and I say everyone is not just our team. Okay, it's the whole New Skin family, 1,200 people. Okay, we were punctual, we were patient. You know, even when some people were held up for a long time at customs, or there were older folk, you know, who had sort of special needs. You know, we were pleasant. Well, I say most of the time because I lost my cool when some entitled distributors tried to cut the queue to take pictures with the animals. And you know, it's because of who we are as leaders. That's why everything also worked like clockwork, not just because of the way it was organized. And I say, you know, imagine how a world would look like if people behave like this and had massive fun. But you don't have to wait for a success trip to experience that. Come to a leaders gathering and you get that in miniature. Okay. Now, 6th of all, I experienced and I was reminded again of what the success formula said. Okay, success is equal to intention plus action plus grace. So we focused on what we could control, the intention and the action. The intention was not just to go to Melbourne. The intention was to win all the New Skin trips, to be an inspiring leader, leading many to experience a dream, to experience their dreams also through these trips. Okay, so that was the intention. We took action, seeing ourselves as partners with New Skin, not as employees. So we were proactive. That's habit 1 of highly effective people. Remember, be proactive. Please one observed, she said, it's because we did well in the LTOs, and we did well because you decisively did reset POM and collagen POMs way before anyone else did. It was the right action at the right time. Okay. And, you know, so I really saw what happens when you take action, and grace came in to allow us to experience all these things, because these memories were created by, by really grace. Okay. Okay. Next, the 7th thing is I saw examples of what it means to empower people to improve lives. Many people brought family members. Okay, Hokseng brought his youngest daughter, Dawn, now a screwed up adult, and I show this picture because she's taking charge. She's saying, "Hey, let's take selfie in front and all this," and now he's experiencing the reward of his years of lovingly upbringing his child. and so that's what a great picture with his daughter, and then they're celebrating on stage 2-star creator. Okay. Now, Casey Kang did a Facebook post, and it was a really great Facebook post. She shared about how some other people brought their families. So Joey, brought her mother. Karen brought her father. This Angie and Hui Kun, they brought their parents, and here's Angie and her mum. Peng Ti, a pharmacist, brought his mother in his 80s. I mean, how many more chances does he have to bring her? She's 80. And she says, oh, look at that mother and daughter holding hands. And here, Joel, a pharmacist, acting like a mother to her dad, picking fruits here. And then, here, acting like a kid again with mom. Okay, what a great pre-Mother's Day gift. Memories that will really, really last forever. So, when we talk about memories, I just want to share with you something that I just heard on TED Talk. The significance of memories, because this is really what my topic is about. Frank Beltran, he did a TED Talk, and he talked about how he's wasted so many years not having appreciated enough of those golden moments. He said, I did not paint enough images in my mind with those details that make life such a vivid experience. To this day, I desperately try to go back there in times when I'm alone, maybe in times when our parents are alone. We all have a tendency to forget that all of us here has purpose. We're all here to make an impression on someone's life. So, we are not talking just about creating memories for ourselves. We're talking about creating memories for others. No. So when we talk about memories, I'm not referring to the past, previous achievements, accomplishments that today are irrelevant and often of no value in this rapidly changing world. When I talk about memories, I'm referring to the past work done in our lives, the hard work, the work that Dave Goggins talks about that enables us to live the present in a very different, uplifting, enriching way. So this is the muscle memory of positive habits that we talk in scroll 1 of the greatest salesman of the world. Okay, that's the positive thing about creating these memories. But when we talk about memories, we also refer to the ability to create fresh memories for many, many more families and individuals through this vehicle called Nu Skin. So we have got an unprecedented opportunity immediately with this Hokkaido trip. And of course, when they come in and they ride on this new digital AI wave. Okay. So let me leave you with just 2 quotes. Okay. Corrie ten Boom said, memories are the key not to the past, but to the future. Memories are the key not to the past, but to the future. And Dr. Seuss said, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So don't do things just because you can see the immediate value. Do things, okay, because you don't know what you don't know. And then when you realize the value of the moment, it becomes a powerful memory that will last forever. Okay, thank you for joining me this morning.